Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Live with Charlotte. So I forgot to do the little pose. I'll do it now. I wanted to chat to you today about accessibility and what is that like for a disabled person. So I am totally wheelchair bound, and I do get asked the odd question, "Oh, can you get up and walk into here?" No. Do I look like I can walk? If I could walk, would I be seen in this wheelchair? No. So, for instance, I go to a lot of restaurants, cafes, music venues, to London now and again. And it is shocking how little there is accessibility in the UK. So if I go to London, I have to plan what trains to get and what ones are accessible, what tubes are accessible, and if I could get on and off. If there's disabled toilets, whatever part of London we're going to, and places to eat. Can I get in them? Is there steps? Is there going to be a map? Is there going to be a problem if we ask? Like, for instance, we went to London a couple of years ago, and we saw this really nice restaurant. We went to it, and my husband went in and asked for a ramp, and they said, "Oh, we haven't got one." But he said, "You advertise as disabled, accessible as well." No, we don't do that anymore. We've taken the ramp away. We did get a lot of disabled users. So that was heartbreaking not to be able to go to this restaurant. So we sort of brushed it off and went, okay, fair enough. I will look for something else. A couple of places in London do not have accessibility. And I think this should be brought in as a mandatory thing that all places should have some form of accessibility, either by ramp, lift, stair lift, something. So we, as disabled people, could go out and enjoy our lives. Another place that we like to go to is the O2, and we book our tickets, and booking the tickets for a music venue is disabled people have to ring up. And then we don't always get through because there's a massive queue. And then when we do get through, tickets are sold out. And this isn't really fair for us disabled people because we don't get a lot of a chance to buy tickets or get to go. So when we do get the tickets, it is very disappointing where they sit us. For instance, when I went a couple of years ago to watch JLS, I asked for row W101. If anyone don't know what that means, it's wheelchair W101. And it's a platform right by the stage, and it's on ground floor. They put us on level 1, which to some people, it don't seem that high. But when you suffer with heights and vertigo and dizziness, and you start feeling sick because you feel that high up, and you get asked, can I be moved down to W101? And then you get told, no. It is very heartbreaking. Well, I don't feel comfortable sitting here. And we got told by the steward, you shouldn't have booked the tickets then if you didn't want to sit there. I said, well, I was told if I booked the tickets, I would be able to change them. Normally they would. But they didn't this time. And it was like that again this year. I'm going to see Westlife in October. And my mum booked the tickets for my birthday. But again, they've set us in level 105, which is not high up for some people, but it's high up enough for me. And you can't really see the stage that well either. You're having to squint and use your camera on your phone, which then uses your battery up, which is really not fair. So I phoned up and asked, can I be moved to W101, please? Because I suffer from vertigo heights. And I explained, and I had the access card, and they were no, all the nights that they're here, we're fully booked on that row. Right, so how many wheelchairs can you hold? Oh, we can only hold about 4 wheelchairs on that platform. That isn't fair at all. Well, that's not our problem, madam. You have to come. When you come, ask again. I know what the answer's going to be. No. So I ain't going to bother. I'm just going to have to stomach it and sit at W105. But it's like these venues don't understand what it's like to have a disability and feel included. It's like in my local town, there's shops that I still can't get into, like hairdressers. Certain shops, because they have steps. Nail shops. I went to one nail shop a couple of years ago, and my husband asked, can we have the ramp? No, we don't have one. You'll have to borrow one from another shop. What other shop is going to let me borrow their ramp to use on a different shop? It's not going to happen. So now I do my own nails. And as you can see, my nails have already fell off. They lasted about 3-4 weeks. So I'm quite happy because I've done them myself. So I've had to learn myself how to do my own nails. Like my hair. My husband dyes my hair and my mum cuts it because nowhere wants a disabled person in their place. It's like if I phone up a hairdresser, it's like, I am wheelchair bound, and they go, oh, we don't know if we can do it because you're in a wheelchair. But I can move my head. I can tilt my head. My wheelchair tilts back. So what is the problem? Oh, we just find working with disabled people really hard. And that's what really gets my goat. And unfortunately, it's the world we live in. It's not fair. It shouldn't be like that in this day and age. But it is. People are ignorant. People are rude. And there's a saying that my mum says, karma is a bitch. That sometimes when you treat someone like shit, karma comes back and bites them. And that's why I believe that happens, because the nail shop that I wanted to go to has now been closed down because of the accessibility. That wasn't my doing, it was theirs, because they didn't put the right measurements into place. It's like living arrangements as well. Like, for us, we're trying to get a property. We've got, so should I say we want to get a property, but again, it's the accessibility, because we need a bungalow. And like, they come to look at you and go, we don't know if we can. And it's like, why? Is this day and age, there should be more accessible places to live for those that want to be independent and move out with their spouse, partner. You know, it's the thing now. Like, I know for sure that there is going to be a common point where I want to fly my wings and go, I'm ready to move out and live with my husband. But till they find us the right property and do the adaptations, it isn't going to work. Like, they tried giving us one property and it had steps at the front door, and it's like, will you put a ramp in? No, we can't do that because it goes onto the pavement. Well, that isn't my fault. Why show us a property that you know I can't get into? You know, So I think what I'm trying to say in this video is that the world that we live in is not accessible and it's not as disabled friendly as it should be. And I think there should be a councillor. I know we've got an MP, we've got a councillor, but I think there should be a disabled committee that we can put our problems to and get them resolved. But there isn't. I was in my local town the other day and I needed to go to the toilet. And there's only 2 places in the whole of the town centre where I can go to the toilet because it's big enough to accommodate me, my wheelchair and my husband. And that's not fair because we have human rights. So I want you to think about this. And if you was in a wheelchair, what accessible things would you want in place? And if you are watching this and you are disabled or wheelchair bound or disabled in any way that you think that can happen, this should be put in place, then comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, guys, because I can't be the only one that thinks more could be done in this world to accommodate and include us. So if you feel this video is good, please like, follow and subscribe. And next video I will take you into my local town and show you how bad the accessible side of it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. And I'm sorry if I'm vented a little bit and rubbled on, but I wanted to get my point across. So please follow, like and subscribe and follow me on my other platforms. And I will see you next week, guys. Bye.